Welcome back to another episode of Rap Reviews, a show where we annotate lyrics for you. You don't have to do anything.
No, just sit there, crack open a coldie like we have. We're devoting our Sunday, which is bright and sunny here in Sydney, to sit down and record a podcast when we could be, hanging out with friends, going to the beach, doing all kinds of fun things. But instead, we're toiling away, making sure that everybody understands rap. That and none of my friends called me up to go to the beach today. And to all my friends, fuck you.
I'm joined by Benjamin.
Yeah.
Kieran.
What's up?
And I'm Romano. I realise that we often forget to introduce ourselves at the start of the episodes.
Yeah, it's been a few episodes, I think.
Anyway, I'm doing an episode today that you could probably argue that it's not too much to annotate. I'd say probably one of the best movie song tie-in rap tracks.
Dude.
Do you know what I'm doing? I made these boys go in blind as well.
Well, from the artists you picked, there was like three songs in my head. I'm like, it's definitely one of these three. And just judging off what you said, I think I've
We are doing Act a Fool.
Yeah.
Act a Fool.
But okay, I got something prepared for you guys because there's lyrically, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the actual like verses are just about cars, like cool car stuff, because it is a dope movie tie-in, and it gets very Pimp My Ride at certain sections.
Which Fast and the Furious did this feature on?
Well, this is for Too Fast, Too Furious, which is the second Fast and the Furious movie.
Makes sense. There's twos in the title.
With the two twos. I do love this because this is when Ludacris was introduced into the series, and they actually just needed a guy who's really good at boosting cars. And by 5 or 6 in the franchise, he's now the tech guy, and they never really explain that at all. He's just really good with tech now.
He's just worked his way up the ranks,
Yeah, 'cause to begin with, is he not just kind of like the host of like the drag races?
Yeah,
Kind of like
he's just a cool guy that has heaps of chicks around him, and he
can pull off like every hairstyle under the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of scenes he just has a different hairdo, and then by like 4 or 5, he's like their resident tech guy.
I think I stopped at Tokyo Drift. I don't think I've seen any past that.
They get dumber and dumber and dumber, but
That's
in a kind of almost good way.
Yeah,
that's
one
what the
day get
series
through.
is like loved for because of just how ludicrous. So, no. I'll try and find a different word. How ridiculous they are.
Yeah. I think character development in that franchise doesn't they stopped caring at a certain point because the whole dilemma in the first movie was that Paul Walker's character didn't want to kill anyone, and then by like the 5th or 6th movie, he's just going into the back of cars and just shooting everyone on board. So it's like,
It's a dark turn, but do you still feel appreciation for the car? I haven't watched beyond like Tokyo Drift.
Oh, nice. You guys, you haven't seen like 4 or 5?
No,
or
I think I've
6?
seen maybe half 5.
I think there's 7. I think there's even 8. And there's Hobbs and Shaw.
No, F9 just came out.
Oh, yeah, there's F9. I think I've even stopped watching them at a certain point. But because they get just like, all they're doing is, I think F9 they went to space or something.
Yeah, and John Cena was introduced.
Yeah, so
Or
like
space racing on ships.
yeah, they drag a submarine at one point. Like,
Or is it like a terraformed Mars where everybody's living in like domes that let them live and they're drag racing in these domes and creating huge pollution problems in there?
No, they're
it's
doing
not-
it for a heist or some bullshit. I can't,
A heist in space, all right.
Actually, the fourth
Don't
one
fuck-
is where it
don't fuck
really
with
just
the
goes nuts.
extraterrestrial.
Like the fourth one's where they just stop making car racing movies and just start making insane fucking movies.
Yeah.
There's a sequence where they drag a safe through like Sao Paulo, and it is amazing. Because it just makes fucking no sense that 2 cars can. Anyway,
Let's do it. Let's watch these movies from the start.
Yeah, you should.
I want to go back and watch the first two.
Yeah, watch the change. Like, watch Ludacris go from cool dude who just gets cars and hosts races to tech guy.
I'll watch them with you, Benny. We can play the Fast and Furious drinking game where every time they change gears, you have to drink.
Oh,
Whoa,
you would
I've
get
never heard
fucking
that.
hammered.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be on the ground by the end of the first
Are
movie.
we drinking strictly Coronas and nothing else?
It has to be.
Nice. Nice. I do think about it. Yeah, at least a fifth of those movies is just changing gears, like close-ups of gears being
Yeah,
changed.
cool gear changing.
Yeah,
like
and then like
shots.
NOS
Yeah.
pressing of the NOS buttons because they
I mean,
still
maybe every time they hit the NOS, we do a shot.
So just to make sure that if you hadn't listened to this intro and you were just listening to the track, this is going to be a pretty good indicator that it is a movie tie-in, for the album, for the song, because it starts with by Ludacris, of course. Drop too fast, drop too furious. I'm too fast for y'all, man. Drop too fast, drop too furious. I'm too fast for y'all, huh?
That was actually a pretty good Too Fast for Your Mane, like a Ludacris.
Too fast for your man.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. Anyway, so what I'm going to do for the hooks, which this is where it's going to be a little bit different to a normal episode. I'm going to ask you guys what you would do in these situations.
Okay.
What would you do in these situations?
All right, and then I'll okay.
I like
so
this. You're really just upending the usual flow of rap reviews.
yeah, I think it's sometimes important to break it up, especially when the song really substance-wise doesn't have a lot going for it. But I still wanted to choose Ludacris because I love Ludacris. Because lyrically, I don't think he's the deepest rapper in the world, but I think in terms of fun and charisma,
he's got
a solid
100%. Yeah, he's got great punchlines as well.
He's got a hilarious one. There's a couple in this one. So anyway, you just came home from doing a bit. Tell me what you're gonna do.
Just got home from doing a bit. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, kick my feet up on the couch, take my shoes off, maybe see Majuli if I had a Majuli.
Yeah.
When you say doing a bid, is this...
It's coming back from jail.
Oh, coming back from...
Yeah, so you've done a bit, little annotation if you guys didn't know.
I think you need like coming out of lockdown, you need a bit of time to just readjust to the outside world. So I'd be a slow process, gradual one.
You wouldn't... You try to see a lady, obviously, Ben?
Yeah, probably go for a walk. Get a bit of sunshine. Maybe
get some good food.
Yeah, maybe hit the convenience store and get like a snack that I haven't had for a long time.
Absolutely.
Just one of those days where you can just like... You got no time. You can do whatever you need. You got all the time in the world. You can do whatever you want. You walk around in the sunshine, come back, park up, as you said. You're
not going to look for a job straight away.
That's in a couple of weeks' time.
Depending on how long your bid is. I'd maybe see a prostitute if it's been a long time.
True, yeah. Or just, I don't know, go out to a bar and meet some people and reconnect with the outside worlds.
Yeah, nice. Well, but just to clarify, Ludacris doesn't do any of those things. He just acts a fool.
But can act a fool kind of have a really versatile meaning? And acting a fool might just be sitting on the couch with your shoes kicked off and
act your fool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. I always just imagine acting a fool as in getting crazy, getting drunk, partying,
no inhibitions,
getting a bit reckless.
I wouldn't put it past Ludacris to do something that could potentially land him back in jail, red hot, very very quickly after.
Has Ludacris ever been to jail?
I don't think so.
He seems like a very nice man, especially the older he gets.
Yeah, he does seem like a super chill dude. But
he's on rom-coms and shit now.
Yeah, he's like a legit actor nowadays.
Yeah,
not legit. Well, because he acts.
He has a very kind face.
He does. Yeah. And I think his acting prowess is not bad. Probably on the same level with John Cena.
Yeah, I think the only things I've seen him in the Fast and Furious movies that I've seen, and New Year's Eve, was it? Which was when they tried to do Love Actually, but on New Year's.
Yeah. I heard that was
Valentine's
trash.
Day. I don't remember it.
Yeah, that's probably.
I remember Ludacris.
Usually a good sign. I remember Ludacris's sweet face.
Yeah.
Okay, so next line is somebody broke in and cleaned out your crib. Boy, what you gonna do?
Somebody broke in and cleaned out your crib.
So you've been robbed.
I'm already feeling the anger and violation from having somebody come into my pad. I think I'm going to go full fucking Liam Neeson in Taken and find this person and give them a very menacing phone call. And
I'm going to find you. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's more. That's awful, Liam Neeson.
It was you trying to do an Irish accent, or you trying to do
just basically my Sean Connery. Yeah. Jess. I'm a 400-year-old Spaniard. Valentino.
But yeah, I'm going to go full Magnum PI and just find every little detail and enact retribution on these people.
Okay.
I'm really inclined towards vengeance. So.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You're going to try to track him down. Benny, what are you going to do?
I don't know if I have the discipline or patience to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and download Gumtree. And I'm going to start slowly rebuilding my inventory.
Yeah, okay.
But through going on Gumtree, you might be able to find some of the products that have been stolen being hawked on there.
That's that PI mind coming to work.
Yeah, but I think Kieran actually might be capable of finding these people that
Maybe
stole
if we came
shit.
together, we could really figure it out.
Yeah. With our heads combined, while we're watching the Fast and the Furious series back to back.
So, but what if you're watching the Fast and Furious, you're up to the 4th or 5th and you guys are getting really into it. You're fucking pumped to go home, see the 6th movie. You come home, TV's gone.
Look, you just got to watch the movie on whatever means possible. call up a friend, see if they've got a TV, explain the situation to them.
What would
I'm sure
Paul
they'll be
Walker do in this
understanding.
situation? I think that's the main
I don't know. I think in like the first movie, well, he's dead now, but I think in the first movie,
Rest in peace.
rest in peace. I think in the first movie, he'd probably be chill about it. By the 6th or 7th movie, I think he'd just kill everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. But just to clarify, in that situation, Ludacris just says act a fool.
Okay.
He would act a fool.
He would act a fool. Yeah.
I guess like, you know, going full PI mode might be classed as acting a fool.
Yeah, you could
It's like it's probably a foolish like use of your time to like really just give up on the Fast and the Furious franchise that you'd been watching to go and try and find all your gear.
That's true.
Like it's not an efficient use of time.
Yeah, I guess it depends if you're insured or not. You know,
That's a good point.
True.
because then you might have like less of a need to act a fool.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, acting a fool could also be like on hold to your insurance company for an hour.
Yeah. Act a fool does feel pretty versatile as an expression. So next one coming up, we got just bought a brand new pair and they scuffed your shoes. Tell me, what are you gonna do, guys?
I don't think you have any other choice but to act a
Okay,
fool
this
in
is
that
this
situation.
is where I agree with Ludacris and would just
Yeah.
act a fool. Especially people. Robbie Fowler used to be terrible for it. If you're
I
never
remember
sure-
that. At a party I had, you were wearing brand new shoes.
Well, one of those deliberate dudes who walks
And
over and goes, check this.
Yeah, and he was like, "You haven't scuffed him yet. I'll do the honors."
know
and
those people, do
and
they
I saw
exist?
Kieran's face, and I was like, I was even like, "Dude, that is completely out."
Gave
of line.
him like a good little scuff, and it's like I know that these shoes are too pristine and too without.
But it was
fault,
like a
but-
heavy scarf.
Yeah, and also I want to be the person who scuffs them for the first time, not you. who
yeah.
unsolicitedly comes over and says, "Bro, your shoes need a bit of scuffing."
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
gave it a good scarf.
And you can tell by looking at like a scuff shoe whether it's, you know, an organic scuff or whether it's like a manufactured scuff.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows
We're
like,
all,
that's gonna
we're
be
all
the
about the organic scuffs here at Rap
Yeah,
Reviews.
because that shows that your experience. Not only, you know, you're not trying to fresh suit out for the first time. You know these.
Yeah, it's like
you've
buying
worn-
like
you've broken-
pre-faded jeans and stuff. It's
Yeah,
like where you just
yeah,
like
100%.
naturally fade
Yeah,
those
yeah,
bad
yeah,
boys. It just shows you the working man. You're getting around town.
Oh, I find if I buy like a pair of white shoes, a new pair, I hate them for like 2 weeks, dude. All I can see when I'm like walking is just my feet highlighted.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're too white.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, no, I agree. You need to
I'm always
get-
like in the denial where I try to keep it as fresh as possible forever.
Okay.
No, I like the fresh, like clean look of it, but like a bit of worn, like the leather.
Yeah, like
starts
the
to
rubber's bent
crack
a little, like been
bit.
stretched a little tiny bit. You know?
Yeah.
Couple of like, you know, little love lines in there from, you know, like wrinkles. They say that they're laughing lines, right? Same goes the shoes.
Or stress lines.
Whichever way you want to
Either
look
way,
at
an
it.
experience has been had. Yeah.
I guess you're more of a half full, I'm a half empty kind of guy.
Whether it's cortisol or whether it's what's the love hormone? Anyway, let's not get bogged down in neuroscience.
Just to clarify, though, yeah, once again, Ludacris chose to act a fool, which I think in that circumstance is pretty
Fully justified.
fully
Yeah,
justified.
100%.
Absolutely. Now the cops trying to throw you in them county blues. Boy, what are you gonna do?
Probably not act full in that situation.
Yeah, if you had a clear head, you'd be thinking, I've just got out of jail, done my bid.
Exactly.
You've just been robbed.
Yeah.
Your new shoes just got scarfed. Let's try to keep a low profile.
Targeting Johnny Law probably isn't the wisest idea. But look, I can understand the frustration and no judgment.
Yeah, and I do like that real like country, like southern country county blues expression. You know, like it feels.
Where's Ludacris from?
He's from the dirty south.
Deep South.
Yeah.
I thought is he?
Yeah, no, he's southern. He's one of the
Whoa, true. I thought he was from like Midwest somewhere.
yeah, he's one of the first kind of big southern guys like
Christopher-
Outkast and Ludacris.
Christopher Brian Bridges
Chrissy
is
Bridges.
from... no, he's from Illinois.
Oh,
He's from the dirty Midwest.
Was he born there though, or did he like grow up somewhere else? Though,
did he? Yeah,
or-
did he grow? Because he drops the south even in this line again.
His musical career began in Atlanta.
There you go. That makes sense.
There
yeah.
you go.
Alright.
So he's like, you know,
He moved to Atlanta at the age of 9. There you go.
There
I'm
you go.
literally
Okay,
reading off
okay.
Wikipedia here.
So we're both right. Check that out.
yeah, not bad. When often does that happen?
Yeah.
He had a brief stint as a DJ.
Oh, that's
And-
fine. I reckon he would have been a good DJ.
Yeah, he would be really. He's got the perfect radio voice.
Be like half DJing, half like hyping the crowd
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
All right. So that's the first hook. We're getting to the verse. Remember, I want to specify this is really car heavy. You know, 'cause,
Okay.
given the the whole tie-in thing. So talking about gats, traps, cops, and robbers, it's 911. Please call the doctor.
Gats, guns, traps, being like trap houses, drug dealing houses, cops, robbers. He's just setting the scene.
Yeah, and what happens when you do have gats and are in traps? You're probably going to have cops.
This is the life of crime that he leads.
Yeah, and 911, they don't have 000 like we do in America. They have 911, which is for the emergency services.
Yeah, thank you. Just in case nobody quite got that reference.
Evacuate the building and trick the pigs. Since everybody want a piece, we're gonna split your wigs.
So he's evacuating a building, like he says.
Yeah.
And I guess he's got the cops hot on his trail, so he wants to deceive them.
I think maybe the trick the pigs is a tie into the movie itself, because I remember
That's what I was just thinking too.
Yeah, because remember the very end, they do that little big like kind of semi MacGuffin thing with the cops, where they have all the different cars driving out of the.
God, no, it's been a long time.
Yeah, well, they do like kind of trick the cops there, so maybe that's like timing. But then splitting the wigs is just killing people.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where I get confused.
Anyway, you guys done with that?
Yeah.
See some fools slipping up and overstepping their boundaries. Sorry, a little burpee. You're about to catch a cold. Stay the fuck from around me.
He says, "Stay the fuck around me." It's like he wants. He wants to get the colds.
You're about to catch a cold, yeah. Which today, these days, colds aren't as hot as they used to be.
No, certainly not. If people get a cold these days, it's like isolate.
We're back in the 2000s, man. Everyone wanted to catch a cold.
But maybe Ludacris is telling the world that his immune system is superior and so strong that even if you catch a cold, he's like, I want to prove to everybody just how fucking efficient.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, like he runs that hot that it's just like the cold gets incinerated as soon as it touches his body.
Yeah. He's all about equalizing the thermal dynamics there.
Yeah, nice. Bit of science for you. Pseudoscience, definitely.
Thermal equilibrium is proven established science, but moving on.
Oh, okay. Your peep's talking about what kind of shit he on. You disappear like poof, bitch, be gone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just this person overstepping their boundaries who's going to get whacked, essentially.
Yeah. They're gonna end up with some cement shoes thrown in the river, I think.
Fed to the fishies.
Yeah. You think 12 gonna catch me? Give me a break. I'm supercharged with a hideaway license plate.
All right, we guys are tying to a car there.
Yeah.
Police trying to get onto him, but he's got the tucked away number plate. They can't catch him because he's too quick for them. They can't have time to write down the number because it's not visible.
Too fast, too furious.
There's not too many genius annotations on this song for probably good reason, but this one actually, Ludacris verified this line in an interview with Vanity Fair as he was reciting annotations from Genius.com. In Atlanta, Georgia, there was a time where there was obviously 12 districts in Atlanta, and those 12 districts there would be 12 police officers working 12-hour shifts, so 3 sets of 12.
Is that where the term 12 comes from?
I guess so.
True, because I've heard that before, like fuck 12.
Yeah.
But not necessarily just from Southern rappers or anything, but that must be where it come from. Oh, yeah.
Because I guess it doesn't happen anymore, but there you go. A bit of an annotation from the man himself. I'm supercharged. Oh, we already did that. It seems they want to fingerprint me and give me some years. They'll only get 2 fingers while I'm shifting gears.
One finger,
one finger, I believe it says.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know why I added 2 instead of 1. And I think, that's helpful that you guys pull me up on that, because 2 fingers would be the peace sign.
And I don't
or the forks.
Or the forks, yeah. Very English more than giving the forks.
I like giving the forks.
Yeah.
The forks
especially when I'm driving.
Yeah.
So he's flipping them off, essentially.
Yeah, he's flipping them off while he's doing some cool shit. He's basically driving like an absolute boss, and he's, Is that fair? Is that a fair annotation?
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Unless he's doing that little Ali G, underneath
under
the window.
Yeah.
Oh, so they can't see.
He's a butler.
I've got suede on my roof, wood grain on the dash, sheepskin on the rug, gold chain on the stash.
Golden grain on the stash.
Grain on the stash.
That sounds just like a really pimped up mobile.
Yeah,
Are him and Exhibit friends?
Yeah, I think they are.
Yes, I'd say they would be.
I think he took this car to West Coast Customs, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Although he hasn't mentioned flames yet, so there's a good chance he didn't take it to West Coast.
Yeah,
Customs.
there will be a mention of having a car and a ridiculous.
He's sticking to the interior, though.
TV.
He's not talking about the
Yeah,
exterior.
yeah,
He'll probably get to the exterior as the song goes on.
Yo, it's your boy X. Sorry,
Yeah, I saw that bubbling up. You need to get that out.
I can't do it anymore. I used to be a lot better at old. Yo, it's your boy X.
Yeah, that's not
That's not bad. Yeah. You take these keys, you officially been pimped. Do you remember me do that?
That would be another great show to rewatch.
Yeah, Pimp My Ride.
Yeah.
I have the DVD here for one season.
Oh, really?
You got a physical copy
I
of
got a
it.
physical copy.
Wow.
Dude, why?
I don't know. I was into it.
Yeah.
Like 14 or whatever.
Yeah, I used to watched a lot on old MTV.
Yeah, I think it was like $5 in Big W or something. So.
Oh, fair. Good
Yeah, you're gonna
purchase.
cop that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. I used to love what they do to people's cars.
Yeah,
Just absolutely
yeah.
fuck them up. Make them almost look worse than they were originally.
Why would you want to drive around looking like?
Yeah, so we'll stick an air fryer in your passenger seat.
You mentioned this thing once, so we're going to dedicate your whole car to it. Hydraulics all around, so I shake the ride. We go back, forth, and side to side. What?
Just using them hydraulics.
We never found out if hydraulic systems are illegal or not.
In Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, I think we'd have to do a bit of legal research. If there's any lawyers out there who want to get in contact and give us a bit of free legal advice as to whether, and you're doing a community service by telling the people whether
Yeah, people have the right
hydraulics
to
are legal
know.
in Australia.
Absolutely.
I think it would be a state by state jurisdictional kind of thing, but
Yeah, kind of like neon lights and stuff. Yeah.
I don't think neon lights are legal anywhere in Australia though.
Really? Yeah.
Maybe
they were.
maybe like in the ACT or the Northern Territory.
One of those cool states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those more progressive quote unquote states.
They're always like for the boringest place in Australia. They always have the coolest, like XXX porn is allowed to be shot there. And
You can grow
distributed.
weed
Yeah, you can
plants.
grow weed plants. You're allowed fireworks.
Shout out to Canberra, man.
Shout out to Canberra, fucking. You know that it's so boring that you need to give it these
I was going
laws.
to say, every single person I've ever met in my life who was born and raised in Canberra are the most dull, boring human beings you've ever met.
Oh my god.
Everyone goes there for
Sons and
uni or
daughters of
something. Normally pretty
bureaucrats.
chill.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, it's like
Canberra's
going to
cool,
Bathurst
cool
or
uni
something
town.
like that. Yeah,
Bathurst is
yeah.
another good example.
Yeah, but fuck me. It is like, it drains your soul with its boredom. Like after Questacon, you're like, what do you do here?
No, I'm gonna disagree with you both and say that Canberra is stunningly beautiful. I guess I've never spent more than about a week there, so the boredom hasn't set in. But Canberra's cool, man. Canberra's got some things going on for it.
You reckon Canberra's pretty here?
Yeah.
All right, we got one. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe
You got a Canberra stand here.
Yeah, okay. Canberra's. They also have that pretty good art museum.
Yeah, National Gallery, fucking great. The Giants play there sometimes. That's an AFL football team for all of those of you unaware.
Oh, I'm unaware. I have no idea.
It's also your team.
Lake Burley Griffin is the only planned city in Australia in terms of like the actual layout and town planning, as opposed to every
Yeah,
other
so I was
city.
going to
which
say the
kind of
others just what popped up out of nowhere. Or?
Well, Sydney's fucked.
Well, Melbourne's on a grid, isn't it?
It's on a grid, but like the whole city hasn't been planned like Canberra.
Oh yeah, like
Right,
outside
right,
of the grid, it just goes into chaos, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, enough on the
Interesting.
topic of Canberra.
Enough city talk.
So the guy's shaking about in his hydraulic system in his car.
Yeah, and he's got. I think he's got a lady friend in there. I don't know. Maybe I just
Where'd you
assumed
get that from?
Yeah, I assume he's probably got a lady.
Just me and a
friend.
babe.
Because I feel like he's talking about his car, like he's showing someone his car while he's rapping. You know, like he's painting the image.
I feel like he's showing
the
us.
listener.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's a real visual for a.
And we have, there's ladies out there that listen to this song. So, and there's also men, which is us.
Yeah.
Was that too clear and dumb?
No.
Okay, cool. We got a hook again. Some punks were just trying tripped up and make you spill your drink. Tell me, what are you guys going to do in this situation?
Depends on the context. Depends how tightly packed the pub or club or
Venue
the venue is that you're
Yeah.
at. If it's super busy and you're trying to work your way through a crowd and you spill a bit of beer, bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
But if this person's deliberately trying to provoke you, comes over and bumps into you and spills your drink, I guess it depends on what the other person looks like. If they look like they can gouge your eyes out with their thumbs,
Then you just say, I'm sorry, even though they bumped you. I'm like that,
I
absolutely.
think it depends on the drink also. If you've bought like, $13 shot of something and you haven't even had a quick You walk
yeah.
over and next minute someone just drops it. Yeah, you'd be off that.
Yeah.
If you had 2 sips of a beer left, you'd probably let that go.
I was at a pub in Perth once, the Rosemount. I was at a gig. I think I was seeing Peanut Butter Wolf, and this dude who was seeing one of my friends bought like a round of like rum and cokes for everybody because he worked up on the mines and had a lot of money. Anyway, he turns around with like 4 rum and cokes and spills a little bit on this girl in front of him, and she turns around and slaps every single one out of his hands.
Fuck me.
And he did not act the fool. He was just like,
No, but I think she did.
Yeah, she acted a fool for sure.
What the fuck?
it was so comical to watch. I was like, oh damn, there's my free drink, but also that's kind of hilarious.
Man, that chick is crazy.
Yeah, there's like a certain level of arrogance there to know that nothing's going to happen back from that, to just know you can get it. Like, you can tell this girl's probably done that before.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what are you going to fucking do? You know? But yeah, nothing.
You fucking talk, cunt. Yeah, I love when they sound like that. Now your car just stopped on an empty tank. Boy, what are you guys going to do?
Probably get a jerry can and go to the closest petrol station.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy
call
fix.
call the NRMA.
Yeah.
There's not really, you can't get angry at that. That's your own fault.
That is your own
it is,
fault.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess you can get frustrated as fuck that you kind of like put yourself in that situation by like neglecting the little sign telling you that your tank's getting pretty empty.
The little warning light, absolutely. But take it as like a life lesson, you know? Never let your tank go empty. And actually, as I pulled up here, my fuel light went on. So that's a salient reminder for me to go to the petrol station.
You gotta
after
get
this.
and if you don't and you run out, then you know.
I can't act the fool.
No, you
I've
can't.
already
But
said here that I can't.
Unfortunately, in this situation, Ludacris did act a fool.
I had a sneaking suspicion that he may do that.
If you got late bills and you lost your job, tell me what you're gonna do. That's a painful one.
Yeah, that sucks. man.
Yeah, no one wants to be in that situation.
That's just getting like sad.
Yeah, that is a bit grim. I guess you got to panically and just get your shit together, and then just try to get a job as soon as possible. Probably not be really choosy with your employment at that stage. Get your debt in line, and then maybe look for a better job. Is that probably the best?
That's a perfect answer. I don't think acting a fool is really the best option.
Unfortunately, once again, he acted a fool.
But like acting the fool could mean taking on jobs that you wouldn't usually, or taking on jobs that might be on the other side of the law. So in this case, boosting cars, perhaps. Tie-in movie.
That's true. Yeah, you could definitely turn to crime to quickly try to get on top of those bills.
I can't remember what Ludacris's backstory is and how he gets slotted into Fast and the Furious franchise.
I think he's like guy that hosts at this point in the franchise. He's just guy that hosts the drags, isn't he?
Is he the one who's doing dealings with the bets? Is he the guy taking the bets?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like that's kind of. He's just cool as fuck. I'm sure there's a reason why, because like Tyrese Gibbons and Paul Walker, they go to him because they need him for something.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe to get a car or something.
He maybe just runs sort of that syndicate around there. He's like the guy.
Yeah. He's like because in this one they're in Miami, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
And he's like a cool Miami guy. Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched it. It's honestly one of my least favorite Fast and Furious.
Too Furious.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. Out of the 3 I've seen, I think it was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Well, you haven't seen
I saw that one first, so
the other
maybe.
7 movies.
Yeah,
though,
that's
dog.
true. Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw, that even kind of slapped a bit. Just 'cause
Yeah, you guys watched that without me.
Yeah.
Holding on to that 2.5 years later.
I remember when you came home and we were watching and you're like, is this Hobbs and Shaw? We're like, yeah, dude. And you're like,
I literally, before going to work, came down the stairs and said, guys, we've been talking about it for weeks. I've got Hobbs and Shaw. I've got the copy of it. We're going to watch it when I get home tonight. Yeah, everyone was G'd up. Go to work, come back. Yeah, go ahead.
That's so rough.
I took my laptop to watch it.
That is adding insult to
Yeah,
injury.
no, that was cool blooded.
God, you got some repenting to do, Romano.
Yeah, no. He's honestly like never forgiven us for that one.
I've never watched
And
it.
understandably so.
Yeah, out of spite. You
That is betrayal to the highest degree.
He was like, would you guys watch it again? We're like, it's not that good. It's pretty long. You're just like, fuck you guys.
Again, Ben, I'll watch it with you.
I appreciate that.
If you're about to get drunk and you're ready to mob, boy, what are you going to do?
And I think that's the perfect time to act a fool.
That
You're
is like-
setting up
that
to
seem-
act a fool. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a good, like you're ready to go out and party with your boys.
Sorry to be a
And
wet
all
blanket
ladies.
here, but maybe if you're ready to mob, maybe having alcohol is not going to be conducive to you making the most rational decisions.
That's true, but have you ever been to a club stone sober?
Yeah, true. You don't want to do that.
It sucks. I've never been stoned sober, but you know when you like only have like two, 3 drinks, you just like
it's not
you're like, fuck, this place is loud and everyone's just acting like absolute
Acting the
idiots.
fools.
They're acting the fools. But yeah, just to make sure that you guys if you didn't get it, he acts as a fool in that situation. Yeah. Do I need to tell you every time? I'm not sure, but
No,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
continue to do it.
Just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
Just in case.
Because there is a slight variation at one point, so, you know.
Okay.
Take us to the streets because I'm ready to cruise. Just bought me me and my cars or some brand new shoes.
That's a great line, that, dude. So he's got new wheels for his car, is what he's saying. That's amazing.
Yeah. and he's got some cool...
yeah.
That has to be one of the most adorable lines I've heard in rap.
And the people just stare, so I love to park it, and I just put a computer in the glove compartment.
Yeah,
So he
maybe did speak to
definitely
X
has
there.
Yeah, that's very X, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
like, yo, we put 15 12-inch monitors in the back of your car.
Playing the same 3 exhibit music videos over and over again.
It was always the same ones. I know. I loved when you put like 15 on one wall. And you're like, dude, just put one big TV. Why does it have to be 15 little ones? Like, who's going to want this? Who's going to want to watch shit like this?
Fuck, you never know because boring and, you know, focusing on driver safety is overrated and boring.
Yeah. Yes. I guess nowadays with Teslas and stuff, they pretty much have a computer in the glove compartment.
Oh, they do. They have a massive screen.
Yeah, like a massive monitor.
Between the passenger and driver's seat.
Yeah, I actually saw one today and I looked at it. I was like, fuck, that is like a full like 15-inch, you know, screen on that bad boy.
Yeah, I sat in on one of my friends owns a Tesla.
Oh,
and
ooh la la.
they were just watching Seinfeld as they were waiting for it to charge, and I was like, "Do you mind if I hop in?" That's crazy.
How long does it take to charge? Are you aware?
I'm not sure of like a full charge, but I think they were just giving it a quick hour.
What is it? With the pedal to the floor, radar in the grill, TV in the middle of the steering wheel. Now that seems dangerous.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't seem like you
As
should have a
if the
TV there.
roads are not dangerous enough to then be adding an extra layer of distraction in them.
And also, you're turning the wheel, so isn't the image just constantly like going? Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point. You can only really do it when like stationary at a light or something.
or you just watch like as they're driving their heads
Or
going
he's
with it.
turning his whole body.
Yeah,
Like people do when they're playing Mario Kart sometimes.
yeah.
It's my car's birthday. This is adorable. It's my car's birthday, so we're blowing them candles. More speakers in the trunk than my ride can handle. How cute is that? Happy birthday, car! I love you.
You just made a little cake for the car, with candles on it.
It's just like, what are you doing today? It's my car's birthday.
I don't know why my mind jumped to this, and this is going to sully all of the really wholesome and beautiful vibes. But I can just imagine Ludacris getting down on his knees and giving that exhausted goods.
Dude.
It is its birthday, man. It's gonna get treated right. More speakers in the trunk than my ride can handle. Got my name on the headrest. Read it and weep. He's got too much speakers. Like it's going to actually weigh the car down and be problematic.
That and also, it's as if anyone needs to know that it's Ludacris's car, but he's gone ahead and inscribed his name on the back of the headrest. This is where I sit. This is my car.
It's my car's birthday. Only I sit in my car on my car's birthday. Nos tank in the back, camel hair on the seat. And when I pull up to the club, all I get is the affection because the women love the paint and they see their reflection. So I had to do it like that.
Nice.
Is camel hair like considered better than like, you know, 1,000 count Egyptian cotton?
Yes, I think.
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
No, I have no idea.
None of us are materials experts, so
I'm still calling bullshit on this thread count thing because, like, who's sitting there and actually counting all these threads?
that's a good point.
Yeah, I think that's big mattress,
conspiracy.
big mattress and duvet, fucking convincing.
That's a big claim, dude.
Yeah,
You're calling out a mattress company?
I reckon people are going after Big Pharma too much, dog. I can go after big fucking duvet.
Toilet paper and linen. We need to start going into their counts.
Yeah, I know. Like, we counting these plies and we counting these threads.
Yeah,
Next, we're coming after pixels, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going after Big Pixel as well. And these guys have been getting away with it for too long, man.
You have like 4K trying to claim that it's 4K when clearly it's just 8-bit.
I sat there last night and I counted those pixels. It's only 3,894. But yeah, the women are taking a little gaze at his car and then saying, it's so clean and white.
Because they can see their reflection, and everyone's got a little bit of vanity to them. Everyone loves to check out their own reflection as they go past a mirror.
Yeah, you just don't want a narcissist to like headbutt it.
What, like a bird would if it saw its own reflection?
No, that was a bit of a hard tie because Narcissus is like was a Greek guy, right? And the idea is that he drowned in his own
reflection in the water,
and he wanted to kiss it, and he drowned. So
okay,
so
you were going way more kind of educational.
Yeah, I try to educate.
Historical than what Ben and I were thinking of.
I was just like picturing a woman just like a pigeon over and over, just banging her head on the car. So you gotta unlock it and open it to get in.
That's pretty fun imagery, though. I don't mind that. I'm about to take off, so F what you heard because my side mirrors flap like a fucking bird.
I like how he hasn't used the F word in the previous sentence, but then he's like, you know what? Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to be all coy and then just fuck you.
Do you think his side mirrors flap like this was just when the technology was introduced to like bring in like car windows when you park up and stuff?
That's possible.
And electric car windows. Like this was like, before they were kind of like universal across like all passenger vehicles.
Yeah, now they're like even like a kind of more like standard run of the mill cars.
Oh yeah, you get Hyundais.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm singling out Hyundais, but Hyundais just seem like kind of the bare bones of like basic commuter
or a Kia or something like that. Even though they always get awarded best car in Australia.
Where all their windows will just like flip in when you park, which is an incredibly convenient.
Yeah, it's good because that is a problem, right? When you've got a parked car and someone,
especially in these main streets of Newtown.
It seems to be an odd thing to brag about on your car, like a safety feature.
But maybe he's got some cool shit going on with it. I don't know, like it's doing fucking backflips and
and then like when they come out, it's also just got a couple of like screens on it playing exhibit track.
Yeah. It just sounds like he's driving and they're just like flapping like Dumbo's ears the whole time, like the car's constantly trying to take off.
Flying car. Now I've seen it all. You've ever seen a man eat his own head? No, then you haven't seen everything. A little Team America reference for you guys. Sorry. Maybe edit that out.
Probably not.
I'm gonna fuck the flow up. And the fools, we gonna clock one, then pop one, because my folk riding shotgun with a shotgun. Love that line.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Shotgun with a shotgun. Well, I mean, for anybody who's unfamiliar with the rule of shotgun,
here he is.
Before you enter the car, somebody may claim shotgun, which means they get the front passenger seat.
Yeah. What do you feel about that rule? Do you think you have to see the car before you can call shotgun?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude.
Yeah, okay. Because that was a big thing with my buddies back in the day that you had to see the car.
There's also a rebuff rule that if somebody calls shotgun and you weren't there quite quick enough to like shout out shotgun, you can say challenge, and challenge means that from wherever you're standing you have to drop your pants, and both challengers run to the front door, and whoever gets there first gets shotgun.
Oh wow, that seems like I would just I just sit in the back, but
some people really want shotgun.
Yeah,
so it really tries people's allegiance and how desperately they want to have that front seat.
Yeah,
I like the challenge rule. I've been in a couple of challenges before.
Yeah, you won any of them?
Yeah, I won some.
Nice. It does actually feel good when you're like shotgun, just then your buddy's saying it like just behind you, and you're like, yes, motherfucker.
Yeah, but then that's where challenge comes in, because then they get retribution. They can say challenge, and if you're not willing to drop your pants, then
shit. Well, in that case, I think they earned it. Like, if they're going to drop their pants and run to the car, like, they can have it in my books.
It should be an automatic rule that if someone says shotgun and the other person, without saying a word, just reacts by hanging dong straight up, then it's just like, oh, shit.
All right, look, maybe not hanging dong, especially considering where
challenge,
your car
pull your
could
pants
be
out and
parked.
start jerking off.
If you're at a car park that, there might be children around, I would not suggest hanging dong.
Okay.
But, dropping your pants, at least you...
Dropping trowel.
Dropping trowel. Hanging dong.
But it's funny that the line says... because he's just, he's riding shotgun with an actual shotgun. Are you guys aware of the origin of shotgun?
What the
Like the term shotgun to get the front seat?
no?
I thought it was just kind of like a standardized, like everybody says that for when they want something.
No, that's I'm pretty sure it was
dibs.
a Wild Wild West thing back in the day, where you get inside the stagecoach and the guy in the passenger seat of it would hold a shotgun.
Oh,
So
yeah.
That's
just like
if you're
people
riding
trying
passenger,
to-
you're riding shotgun.
trying to
That
rob
makes
you.
a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you do see that a lot in Red Dead Redemption and stuff.
There you go. Yeah, 100%.
Fuck yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Bit more historical. I didn't know that. Fun times. I didn't think we'd learn so much in this episode. Anyway, we got one more hook, I think, and you got hustled for a wad of cash, man. What are you gonna do?
Probably, yeah, act the fool.
Yeah, you'd act a fool.
Especially if
situation.
like you were, I don't know if you're like buying and selling this stuff to like, make profit off it. If this is your job, then I think you'd be a lot more acting the fool like than if it was just like, for your own personal use. Recreation versus distribution.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like you've been grifted a little bit.
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody wants to be grifted, especially not Luda.
No. Actually, when I was in New York, there's a lot of guys just selling CDs in places like Times Square and stuff. And I was a real sucker for when they'd be like, "Hey dog," and I'll be like, "Hey man, and, what's your name?" And then Chris, who used to host a show with us, would be like, "Dude, you're not winning a game show. Stop talking. Stop stopping every time." But every time I'd be like, and he's like, "Hey man, you got," and you'd be like, "Okay, like, oh yeah, maybe I'll buy it. How much?" He's like, "How much you got?" And you're like, and you just be like, "I don't know," and they just like say they'd see a $20 bill, like, "Yeah, give me the 20," and you're like, "Okay, like, I guess, is that how much it costs?" So they're like, "Yeah, just come on in." And you're like, it happened to me like 3 times where I was like, "Why do I keep doing this?" Like,
Did you act the fool any of those times?
no, I didn't. And we took the CDs back, and they were awful.
gonna say, any of them good?
Awful stuff. Like,
I just realized that I was talking
was-
about marijuana, not cash.
yeah, because you got to hustle out a wad of cash.
Yeah. I don't know where my mind instantly went to weed.
Don't worry, that's actually coming up next.
No,
But-
okay.
Yeah. But so if you're ever in Times Square and someone's trying to sell a CD to you, don't buy it. It's going to be really poorly produced. Yeah, just a
Support
word.
local, but not that local.
Yeah, absolutely. But just to make sure you guys didn't get it by now, Ludacris acts a fool in that situation.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. Now your friends just smoked up your brand new stash. Say what you gonna do.
Ooh, well, I mean, again, it really just depends on the context. If I'd been kind of in debt from smoking in the past, and I owed a lot of weed, then be kind of happy with that.
Yeah, like a little bit of a pay it forward.
Well,
kind
not happy with it, but
You can understand
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in any situation, if someone's doing it and you don't know, and they're smoking all of it and leaving you with nothing,
It's
regardless of whether they owe them or not, they should probably have hit, at
Yeah,
least
they
hold a text message at you. or
Yeah,
something.
and maybe just saved a couple of like little cones for you.
Come on.
You come home from a hard day of work and you want to rip a couple of fucking bugles.
You come home from a hard day of work wanting to watch a movie that you've been planning all day and the only thought getting you through that day, and you come home and you see your buddies on the couch smoking your weed with your laptop watching that movie.
And
It's rough, man. I feel for you, Ben.
fuck Hobbs and Shaw. Never watching that film in my life.
Yeah, no, I do think this is one of those times though where I think it is pretty appropriate to make. Like, I probably wouldn't go nuts, like act a real crazy fool, but I'd be I'd be upset, and I'd probably be like, oh, like maybe at least say something kind of passive aggressive, like, shit, you smoked all of it,
You
or
feel
like-
betrayed.
Yeah, for sure. We never do that to each other.
No.
We're usually pretty good. Anyway, now them goals up the block still running their mouth. Boy, what you gonna do?
Oh yeah, I hope he's gonna be acting a fool, because I got no patience for shit talk.
Yeah, you don't
No.
don't get around it at all.
Nah. Oh, maybe a little bit, but if somebody's talking shit about me, and,
Yeah.
these little seagulls have been quah, quah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be acting a fool.
Yeah, I like it. He used gulls. Is that a term people use?
I don't know, but
good. I
yeah,
like
it's
that.
not bad, is it?
Seabirds are famously loud, man.
They are, and they're famously cunts.
Yeah. So, if you start running your gull, expect one of those little chippies that you're digging into to maybe have something on it that might not be so good for you.
Yeah.
like a Panadol or something.
Oh, no, I was thinking more like cyanide, but...
Oh shit!
So you agree with Ludacris in this situation? Absolutely.
assuming that he is going to act the fool.
Yeah.
Can you confirm?
I've just got word in that he did act a fool.
This just in.
I got some.
Yeah, that one there. It's I think there is another option, and ties into what I was telling you about earlier. I watched the first episode of the Kanye documentary on Netflix, the Genius documentary. Watched the first episode. Highly recommended, actually, for anyone that hasn't seen it. I don't know what the rest is going to be like, but that was super interesting.
Yeah.
And there's a bit in that where he has lunch with a guy, and then
this is weird.
As soon as he finds out, as soon as he gets in the car after lunch, turns on the local radio station in Chicago, and the guy's got a diss track about him. And then...
Why you wouldn't mention that at the lunch?
And the guy at the lunch is just nothing but friendly with him. And then next minute they see his cargo pass, so they confront him and get out of the car.
Coward.
And they go up to him and say, "Man, what's the go?" And then his friends are just in the passenger seat yelling out, "It's hip hop!" And it's like, that's not an answer.
Why'd you murder that person? It's hip hop.
Baby, why'd you shoot the person in the mall? It's hip hop.
Kanye in the situation didn't act full. I think he handled it quite well. He sort of just came out and just was sort of felt a bit betrayed by the whole situation, and just said, "Man, I don't get why you're doing this. We just had lunch. We broke bread together, man."
Yeah, no, that's what you'd call dog as far.
Yeah, so that's that gull running his mouth up the block, man. It's
I think it's worse to record your shit talk. And try to profit off it.
100%. What I was originally going to say was the next day, Kanye got in front of the situation. Instead of making it bigger and blowing it up, went on a local radio station and just cleared it and said, like, "Look, man, no, we're friends. We're good. Like, this was just a comment that he made about yada, yada, yada." He got in front of it, man. He changed the narrative. He went out there and told the audience his side of the story, rather than acting a fool and just going in and start blasting.
Fuck, that's so mature of old.
Mature with his old peace and love rhetoric.
Yeah, it's weird to think about a more reasonable Kanye,
level-headed Kanye.
Rational
Well,
Kanye.
it's
before,
especially
like,
with what's going on in his Instagram and Twitter right now during this whole Kim Kardashian and
Pete
Skeet Davidson as he's going on about, and the civil war that's breaking down between Travis Scott, Kid Cudi. And people are choosing sides, and
oh, really?
Yeah, it's all happening.
Oh, because I think Kid Cudi and Pete Davidson,
yeah, they're friends.
They're
so Kanye's just automatically being like, "All right, you're on that side." Like,
oh shit.
Yeah. So then there was like a Civil War Photoshop picture the other day. And it was like Kanye and his team, and then like Kim, Pete Davidson, and Cudi and shit on the other side. It was very funny. I've also just hammer fisted that table.
Who would be considered like the Confederates and who would be considered like the Union?
I was talking more about the Marvel Civil War. If you want to get actually historical with it. I don't know if either camp really falls into either side of that.
It's hard to know. Like it is a bit. I got to side with Kanye, but I don't know the stand, like how much of friends Kanye and Pete were. You know, like if they'd only been out to dinner a few times, like it's still
I mean,
kind
that's
of
just
a bit
basically when you're at that level. I mean, like, what do you?
Yeah,
there's
but
different rules at that level.
But if they'd like hung out a bunch, and it is quite dog to just take, to go out with the woman that you were
Kanye
once.
has ever cooked Pete Davidson any food, no go.
Yeah.
Well, no go. At least not with a formal chat beforehand.
Yeah, at least say like, "Listen, I'm really in love with her. Like, she's got giant knockers and she's rich.
What do you expect me to do?"
Yeah, what do you expect me to do?
Imagine Pete Davidson just like hanging out with their kids, like with Kim and Kanye's kids, and just being like the stepdad. To me, is just fucking hilarious.
I saw a meme where it was like, from fucking what's the movie called with Jim Carrey, Me, Myself, and Irene, like Pete Davis hanging out with, and it's like really like his two
with the sons, the three black sons,
the two black sons. It's like
that's actually perfect.
Oh man, I lost my shit at that. It's just perfect. Anyway, Kanye, if you're listening, man, I'm sure you'll be able to get through this.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm kind of on your side, Kanye.
Yeah,
you've done more to help the culture and the world
than Pete Davis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he seems like not a bad bloke though. His dad died in 9/11. He'll mention it.
Yeah, I think Pete Davidson's just sort of fallen into the middle of it all. I don't think he really has a say in any of this. It's just kind of like.
Yeah, but what has Pete Davidson done to affect the culture in a meaningful and long-lasting way?
No, nothing to the level of Kanye.
No way. You can't even hold a candle. But I did think The King of Staten Island was quite a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, I think some of his specials are kind of funny.
Yeah, so he's done some good things. I'm not denying that. I'm not.
Some of his SNL skits are pretty funny.
He's not at the level of Kanye.
Well, I think it's more between Kim and Kanye, but Pete Davidson's just kind of taken the face of it because he's way more memeable. One,
yeah, he's super memeable.
Yeah, and. Yeah, I guess it's just funny because it's Pete Davidson because he's so just like meh about everything. So it's just like to have him in this high level feud is very funny to a lot of people.
And then there's, like you said, meme-wise, like I saw one where it's like, you can achieve anything in life. And Pete Davis went out with Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian. It's kind of true though. Like, he's a real like everyman in that sense. Like quite gawky, you know. But yeah, let's not choose sides.
Gives the rest of us like some hope that
maybe one day we
will
could
date a celebrity.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't just say a celebrity because it could be like fucking,
Yeah, it could be like Susan Boyle.
Oh, I was about to drop Susan Boyle, dude, or KD Lang, one of the two.
Yeah.
Wait,
She is hideous.
Hasn't Susan Boyle recently had like a glow up and she's actually looking kind of good these days?
All right, look, I'm not going to entertain that. It's awful that we both just went to her as like, Hitler's like the poster child of just evil. Like she's just like the poster child.
I'm just ugly celebrity.
Oh man, comparing
awful,
Susan
man.
Boyle with Hitler. Dude,
We're not going to throw fucking...
Better than throwing Whoopi Goldberg under the bus.
If anyone talks bad about the Dirty South, tell me, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I can respect that. Like, even though, the Dirty South, just like, I'm going to relate this to my hometown of Perth, even though, objectionably,
it's boring as all
it's
fuck.
boring as all hell, but that doesn't give you the right to go out and start talking shit about it if you're not from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
I
agree with you on that. Yeah. Like, you're from Coffs, a relatively boring place.
I talk
as well.
shit about coughs all the time. There's plenty of-
but when
plenty
other
of parts
people
of it.
talk shit about it, you're like, hey.
Yeah, well, now you
Yeah,
didn't do the hours, Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm quite defensive of Perth when people are like, oh, I heard they got a milk shop the other day. Like, you're like, fuck you. They've had a
we
milk
have two
shop
now.
for a
Okay,
couple
like-
of years. You fucking dick.
Yeah, I get that. That's I'd be off that 100%. I'd act a fool.
All right, so last verse, I think. I got them eyes wide shut and my trunk wide open. Did donuts last week and the street's still smoking. Jesus, he put a lot of smoke out in the air.
Is that first bit a euphemism for something more sexual, perhaps?
I don't know, Lou. There is an actual annotation on that.
His arsehole is open for
That's not
business?
why when Eyes Wide Shut I went straight to Kubrick and like
Well,
Which is all about like sex parties.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
crazy
then
sex
next
parties.
minute he's just opening that trunk wide, dude.
yeah. Okay. Well, look, here's the.
I don't think he's going.
I don't think he's going for the Stanley Kubrick movie. But there's an annotation here if you guys want a bit of help. Luda's got his eyes closed because he's smoking too much marijuana. You could say he's got Chinese eyes from the weed, or certainly from that. Jesus, genius.
Yeah, that's lazy. That joke, dude. It's
It's so racist.
It's so bad.
I wasn't sure if I should read it out, but I didn't say it.
How
on my
many,
phone.
how many upvotes has it got?
It's got. It's got. Well, it hasn't been reviewed, so.
call him out. Who said it? Drop the name. Who's the user?
Probably fucking
It's
anonymous.
it's Anthony A.T. Linz. Oh, he's got
Like Atlians? Like,
Atlians. Yeah, kind of like
Tones, mate.
So
I guess
someone-
when was this written?
6 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like even 6 years ago it's probably still on the cusp.
I feel like Outcast fans should be a bit more woke than that.
Yeah, I know. Clearly, someone from the South and is an Outcast fan. Dude. I can go on full breakfast and Tiffany's on that one. So you did donuts last week in this. Yeah, we talked about that. See, I'm off that antifreeze and my car is still tipsy. I love how he talks about his car like it's an actual person.
Yeah.
Like it's Bumblebee in Transformers. Off the off ramp doing about 150.
Okay, that's just reckless.
Yeah,
That's very fast.
Yeah, it is.
Miles, I assume he's talking about.
Rolling through East Point on my way to Ben Hill. Slide a 5 to the junkie to clean my windshield.
That's pretty generous. I feel to give a like car window washer at the streetlights $5.
Yeah, $5's a lot.
It's usually just a gold coin.
Yeah, I actually also think it's shitty that it does that because I'm always like, who pays these people to think that they can do this?
I kind
Well, like
of
enabling them, you mean? Is it-
Yeah, it is enabling
But
them.
like, they've got to find work somewhere.
Yeah, then
They're
crack
Just
the
stop
drug,
fucking
yeah.
doing heroin or crack. I'm sure they'll be able to find work pretty easy.
They're just trying to hustle.
Yeah, but I just think it's like they always seemingly make the car's windscreen worse.
Objectionally, yeah.
It's like,
I've never come out of the process cleaner
yeah, no, you
than
never
what I
do.
began
Like,
with. And my car is
sometimes-
filthy.
Sometimes I use like fucking a newspaper to clean it. Like, you just put black ink all over the front of the car.
Like,
Also-
I'll pay you not to fuck my car up.
I also love that they usually have like the Powerade bottles that they squeeze onto
Yeah,
it as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's probably still got like a bit of residue in it.
And like, listen, these at least those junkies are actually out there trying to like earn their money. They're not just asking for it.
Yeah, dude, I respect that 100%.
Yeah, for
You're in the
sure.
sun all day.
Yeah, it's not
Fucking
easy.
hard.
It's-
Yeah, yeah.
You're making probably like $4-5 and less.
work.
So when you get
Hey-
to that crack rock, it's well worth it.
Pay your windshield washers better.
Yeah, you can't knock that hustle, bro. Seriously, like
Yeah,
if you-
no, you're
it's
right.
like that Vince Staples line of just like, you know, if you're hitting crack and you're not going 100%, then like you're not worth my time. You know what I mean? But if you're like, if that's what you're dedicated to and you put 110% effort in, dude, do you?
So you guys respect it.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, I think you've opened my eyes a little bit. You're right. You're right. East Point and the way to Ben Hills. I think these are just locations in the South.
Yeah, East Point is frequently referenced in
Atlanta.
Outcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, cool. You got the whole crew riding, and we starting shit. I've got a trailer hitch with a barbecue pit.
Dude, he sounds more and more like he's been to West Coast Customs. Too.
Yeah, dude, he's definitely been.
I got this portable barbecue pit.
I got a sick fucking barbecue and it's attached to my car. That's basically it, right? What kind of? You reckon he's got a Weber?
I reckon he's probably rocking something like Homer had in The Simpsons that he completely fucks up, and then he's like trying to trail it off to the like the landfill, and then he gets spotted by, or it doesn't it like crash into the car of like an art dealer.
So he starts claiming act of God, so it's okay. He can like,
Yeah, that's they wanted to buy it as art.
yeah.
I reckon that's what Ludacris look like.
This is that great bit when he's like looking at the photo of the. He's like,
Le grill? What the hell is that?
And he like takes the photo down. He's like, why doesn't mine look like that? Oh, that whole episode's actually great.
It is a great episode.
Now all you want to do is get drunk and pout. Plus your new name is Fire because we stomping you out.
That's like.
Is it corny?
That's
think
a
it
bad
is.
line,
That's a bad
objectively, I
line.
think,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I was listening to this track a bunch to get ready for it, and I was like, that is the worst line in
Yeah,
the song.
that's terrible.
But
for
also,
sure.
it seems counterintuitive because if you're calling someone fire, it's like, damn, you're on.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. If you're on fire, and then
It was like he got
it's
very quickly jealous and then just like stomped that out, pretend
Yeah.
he didn't see that.
It's confused and bad.
it's and it's also like someone's on fire, and you stop. You might actually be helping them by stomping
Yeah.
them out. You know.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we blow trees and bees. That's fantastic. So the girls hold my weave while I'm weaving through traffic. Just totally redeems himself with that bit.
Because now he's referencing the coolest asset of Ludacris, which is his hair.
Is his dope hair?
Well, he says here girls hold your weave
So girls hold your weave
because he's
while-
going so quick that they have
Yeah.
to hold on because the wind's obviously.
yeah.
Here I was thinking that he had somebody in the back, like working their magic on his wave, like doing his hair. As
that would be great though.
because he's got to have 3 new hairstyles a day. When do you find time to fit that all in?
But I love the use of weave twice, but in 2 different ways. Just brilliant. Just like, can I commend him enough on that line? I'm not
He's a
sure.
poet.
I kicked you into 5th gear and tearing the road apart. You'll be like little John Q and get a change of heart. Now this is a reference to a movie that has probably fallen to the wayside but it's John Q, the movie, where he basically wants to get his son, Denzel Washington's character wants to get his son a heart transplant, but they can't. And it's kind of almost commenting on how bad the medical system in America is, but then he basically holds the kind of hospitals hostage until he gets his son. His
Oh
heart
shit! Like a
transplant.
Dog Day Afternoon type.
Yeah,
situation.
it's actually not a terrible movie but I saw it like many a year ago, so I can't really confirm how good or bad it
Is
is.
the movie called John Q or Change of Heart?
It's called John Q.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little tie-in that probably doesn't really stay relevant to it'd be hard for people audiences now to be like, oh yeah I get that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I thought I'd annotate that line as it is our job.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
you guys proud of me?
Yeah,
I
I like
am.
that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's also my car's birthday today.
You don't have a car. You don't have a fucking license. Moving on.
Hey dog, I actually drove for the first time with my mummy the other day, and I did it for about 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you go?
Yeah, I parked a few times and stuff.
Good shit.
Yeah, I was actually, I thought it was all right, but I was in a manual. I was in an automatic, and it did beep anytime I got close to something, like with the sensors and shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you
that's
don't
what
have
it's
to
meant to
worry
do.
about that
Yeah.
anymore.
Dude, how's like the camera, how it shows you the wheel, like where your wheel's at? That is so handy when you're learning.
Oh,
Like,
dude, that's above me, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't use those cars very often.
oh, my parents' car has that. Yeah. I don't think it's a terribly fancy car, though. I just think.
I don't think any car sort of like post 2015's got all that sort of shit.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. It's 1 mission, 2 clips, and some triple beams. I'm about to blow this whole shit up to smithereens.
I have to give the obligatory tie-in to a rap reviews episode here.
Yeah,
and
here it goes.
go back to episode 1. We're talking the very start back in 2018 when we first started dropping episodes. An episode on Tupac's All Eyes on Me, and word of the week was triple beams.
which is a scales, right?
Yeah, scales for measuring drugs.
Right. Okay, I didn't know that.
He's got, and then the other stuff, I don't really, the one Mission 2 Clips thing and blowing shit to smithereens, is he just saying he's heavily armed, he's out there dealing?
Yeah, don't fuck with him.
Don't fuck with him.
He's going to act the fool.
Yeah, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. We got one more hook, so one more line of questioning for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
The potholes in the streets just bet your rims?
Bent. I think he's saying bent your rims, but bent your.
Bench your rims?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me, what are you going to do in this situation?
I'm going to be annoyed at my driving style and maybe the municipal council for not.
That's what I was going to be more annoyed at
upholding.
the council rather than anything else.
Yeah, because it is their responsibility.
100%.
Would you call them up, be a bit of a Karen, tell them about the pothole?
I think it's just a waste of time, but I think that thought would cross my mind until I'd realize that it's not going to achieve anything.
Yeah, okay.
So you just got to drive to the conditions of the road.
That's true. So you kind of semi-take blame because you're not kind of looking at the road enough.
Yeah, because, you're too busy with all these gizmos and gadgets in your car.
Well, yeah, I'm imagining he's watching TV on his steering wheel.
Very true.
And so maybe this one, he shouldn't act a fool and it is actually just his fault.
No, he should learn from this.
Yeah. Take the fucking TV out of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Okay,
Focus
cool.
on the road.
But unfortunately, once again, he did act a fool. Man, that ain't sticky. That sticks and stems. Boy, what are you going to do? I can relate to this.
You're an act fool, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We
not
never
really.
do,
You're just going
but
to sit
we
there
always-
quietly and be offered and complain to each other, and then eventually just probably go see that person again soon because you're out of options, and pay the extra money that you paid them last time, and
Yeah, I hate when they do
sit
that.
there and smile and be like, "Thank you, sir." Just like when you get a shit haircut and you're never going to say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank God I got medical weed now, hey?
you're medical weed and you don't have hair, so
Yeah.
you lucked out both.
Let's go migraines and being bald. But yeah, no, he acts a fool, which I can relate to that. I think it's a
Understandable.
yeah, for sure. Catch a man with another bitch up in your bed, ladies. What are you gonna do?
Ooh.
We can't really answer this, but I think we could do a bit of a gender swap.
Yeah, I think they're in their right to act a fool.
Yeah. And I think if we come home and our lady friend's in bed with another man, we would probably be upset.
Yeah, I wonder what posed him to do that, to all of a sudden just flip it, because he could have very easily just said I'll come home and a girl, or maybe he doesn't want to admit to say that a girl would ever do that to him.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe he's trying to be more inclusive.
Yeah, did I like that? I mean,
Yeah, he's ahead of the time in the 2000s.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you resort to killing them or just punching him or yelling? What's your three? What are you guys going for?
I guess it depends on your state of mind and how bad this was. I guess you'd want to get some more details. Had it been going on for a long time and you finally just caught them after a couple of years of your partner being unfaithful to you, or is it just a once-off kind of thing? I hate to put in all of these what ifs, but there's not just a binary of acting a fool. It's not just one bad thing happens and then you act a fool.
That's okay. Yeah,
There's a series of calculations that goes on in my head anyway.
fair. I think I'm going to punch the guy right in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the first instinct.
Yeah, it's kind of what do you want to grab to
I think I'd pull up the closest chair, park up,
and watch.
and let them live with that guilt. And be like, you know what? Sin away.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like when you get caught smoking,
It's live with this.
I want you to
now.
fuck
I want
the
you
whole
both
deck.
to finish in front of me. You know what I mean? I want you to see what you're doing.
That is incredibly cuckoldish of you, Ben.
It's not for my enjoyment, dude. This is to restore the universe. You know what I mean?
Punishment.
That's actually not a bad way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
No. Continue in and out. Yes, like you were before I came
Came here
in.
to do what you plan to do. Get each other off. Me being here shouldn't make a difference. You didn't give a fuck 5 minutes ago and I wasn't here. That would be my reaction to it, I think. I'd run down the stairs crying and then,
Yeah. As soon as they finish, you're like, I gotta go. if the bottle's all gone and your eyes are red, boy, what are you gonna do?
It'd probably hit bed if that's the case.
Yeah,
bro.
I
It
know.
sounds like you're done.
That's usually when, even if I'm bendering or like, really having a good session on the alcohol, I'm go, it's time, it's finished.
Yeah, it doesn't get exactly the reaction you have. It's not a really bad thing. You're like, shit, man, look at me, eh?
Yeah.
Off to bed.
Wake up and deal with this mess in the morning, aka me.
Yeah.
Act a fool and go and get some shitty meal that I'll regret.
Yeah. Oh man, how good is that? Like McDonald's or KFC the next day though.
Reach out to some exes that you're gonna definitely feel like you've acted the fool by contacting them again. And you're
Tell them that you want to try it again. Yeah. You still think about them. Yikes.
What does Luda do in this situation?
He actually acted a fool. You wouldn't believe it.
So there's not been one scenario in this where he hasn't
No,
indeed acted.
Yeah, he's pretty bad at giving advice, I think, because he's just always telling you to do the one. You go to Luda for these problems. You're like, Luda, this just happened to me. And he's like, act a fool. You come home, hey dude, like I just got robbed the other day. Act a fool.
he'd be an awful psychologist.
He would be. Like, my wife's cheating on me. What should I do in this situation? Act a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he would be a good psychiatrist.
I think it would just be a bunch of one-liners, but damn, he'd be the coolest psychiatrist out.
But as we said, he could just be telling you, be the best version of yourself. Act your fool. You know what I mean? Everyone's fool's different.
Should we bother with the outro because it's so dumb? But it's too fast, too furious, too fast. Act a fool. Too fast, too furious. It's just that over and over again. I won't. Yeah, just in case you weren't aware that this is a movie tie-in song.
Yeah, giving you the title of the movie and the song over and over again to end it out.
Brilliant. We guys want to give us some BBMs? Should I take it away?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we go off lyrics in this show, but still, it's created a good dialogue. I don't know. I have a lot of love for this song. It's hard to I'm going to say 425, which is, I know, quite high, but just because of mainly the love and just that whole back and forth and, what you're going to do. It's just great. It's just, you don't have to always, so sometimes a simple back and forth can be effective.
Yeah, it's not trying to be anything more than what it is.
Yeah, it's a
It knows what
fun,
it is.
amp up party track.
Genie up for the movie.
Yeah. Every time you hear it, you want to see Fast and Furious. You want to go to West Coast Customs.
Yeah.
425. What do you
Nice, I agree with that. I'm gonna go 420, keeping it in the theme of marijuana, as he brought up several times.
got? Nice.
Also for the same reasons you had. Also, I've just looked here. This song was nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Song Written for a Motion Picture.
Oh shit!
I assume it didn't win, otherwise I'd probably mention that. It just says nominated.
I think the fact that it got nominated is pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
so
good.
there you go.
Yeah, not bad. Go ahead.
I'll go 300. The lyrics were, don't give a lot to really be thought about, but I did enjoy the fact that there are so many wholesome lines in there, and it's made me think about cars as more of a personified object as opposed to just a chunk of metal that gets you from A to B. They're part of, especially to some people, their personality.
Absolutely. Some people are real car enthusiasts. I'm guessing Ludacris being one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's a fun track, and in terms of fun that we've had recording this today.
Yeah, it has, for sure. Also, we are doing a giveaway with Ampersand Vodka. Thanks, guys, for sponsoring the episode. Probably should have done it at the start rather than the end, but hopefully people stuck around.
Yeah.
We'll put it up on Instagram, but basically you just got to tag us, Ampersand Vodka, and a suggested track. And the best track, we will do it, and then we'll send you a case of pine and lime and some socks.
Nice.
Rad.
Cool beans.